Guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
Here we are. It's Breakthrough with Lou time, guys. If you were on the live production this morning, you might have seen a couple of false starts kicking in. And the reason was we had a little bit of software issue there. And I couldn't reach on all venues. And I was like, what is going on here? So we fixed that. Yep, we are live in the house and ready to go, guys. So get those comments in. We're going to talk today. Today is a big day. Been alluding to this for about 6 weeks now. And what we've been talking about for the last 6 weeks is the 6 human needs of life. And I didn't necessarily tell you we were going to talk about the 6 human needs of life going in. Each week we talked about a segment of that to build up to today. Now, I can't tell you I created the 6 human needs concept. That was Tony Robbins. Great concept, though. For that basic breaking your life down to 6 needs that you have that you must have to even live. At least the first 4, you need them to live, and the second 2, you need them to thrive and really to live. But you can live with just the basics of the first 4. Without them, you can't even survive, okay? We're going to talk about that this morning because this is exciting stuff. So just when you think you have it all, you got it all down. In the past few weeks, you've been going, yeah, this 6 needs stuff, it's pretty cool. I get it. It all kind of fits together, but something's missing. What is it? Well, there's a 7th need. You know me, I'm always going to take something one step further than what is the base model of it, right? And you're like, well, what do you mean a 7th need? Now you got me. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever known someone who's awesome at one thing, but other areas of their lives or their entire lives are in absolute shambles? Oh, there's all kinds of, examples we could use. The rock star, the greatest singers, they're amazing and they're addicted to drugs. And they lose everything, or they do something stupid, or, if some of these rapper guys, they're on top of it and then they shoot someone in the process of a concert and their whole lives are over and they've gone to prison, or, somebody overdosed on heroin and died after their amazing show. Okay, do you think that their life was in balance? I would think not. How about the salesperson that rocks, that kicks butt and makes money all the time, but yet never seems to have $1 ahead? How about Paulie the cabbie? All right, this is going way back. I used to have this guy named Paulie that worked for me when I had the transportation company. And Paulie was, this guy talked really seriously out of New York, and Lou, and I'm going to come work with you. And this dude was a go-getter. And I'm like, all right, I'll put you on. So every day when he'd come to pay his fee, he'd he'd have to get me before the end of the day. Oh, I gotta pay you. I'm like, you pay in the morning when you go back out. No, I got to pay you tonight. All right, Paulie, I appreciate your zealousness. I appreciate you wanting to make sure you take care of your stuff. And I couldn't understand it. Then in the morning, hey, boss, can I borrow $10 to get the gas going for the day? And he'd always pay that $10 back at the end of the day on top of his lease. I'm like, this dude's a go-getter. He's 51 all the time. Got a fare, going here, going there. Never stood still. And I'm like, finally, I said to him, what's up with this? You're the best out there. And you always got to borrow money to start in the morning, which I don't mind because you pay it back at the end of the day. So, man, I got that habit and, I won't have any money by morning. Every single day of this dude's life. He blew it away on drugs at the end of the day, and he made more money than anybody in the company. And it was like, what? And it was personable and a nice guy. And I'm like, oh, you know how it is. Well, no, I don't know how it is. Okay, I've never been addicted to anything that much. I mean, wouldn't want to be addicted to anything. Guess I just don't have the addictive personality or don't allow anything to take over. But I was like, oh my God, how do you do that? And I knew Paulie would make a good story someday, and God knows if he's even still alive. But this guy was the most go-getter, hustler, amazing when it came to his part of the business and everything else, but couldn't manage his own life out of a paper bag. Literally. I was like, wow. So how crazy is that? But I always go learn, 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 learn. What can I learn from that? So let's review real quick the 6 human needs. It's coined by Tony Robbins. The first one was certainty. You got to have that base level of being certain, that you're going to survive the day, that you're capable, certain that you're going to have oxygen to breathe. If you weren't sure if there was going to be air to breathe in 2 minutes, you probably wouldn't really care what I'm saying to you today, right? How about the flip side of that? Variety and uncertainty. And you're like, oh, I don't like uncertainty. I like to know everything. You'd be absolutely stark, raving bored with your life if there were no uncertainty. Then we got people who go, oh, I love surprises. BS. You love surprises that you like. You don't love the negative surprises. The ones that it's like, are you serious? What? I didn't plan for this today. Or what? Whoa, wait a minute. So keep that in mind. Certainty and uncertainty, or variety, they balance each other out. Okay, you got to be, it's like going on a roller coaster. You're probably 99.99999% going to live on the other end. But it's scary, and it might feel like you're not going to survive the ride, but you do. It's like watching a movie. Okay. Ooh, you get into it and it's scary and you don't know if the character's going to live or die or if they're going to make it or if they're going to win. But you're certain you're okay because you're in your living room. Those are the things I'm talking about. What about significance? Oh, the S word. Oh, yeah, those significant people in this world. They got to look at me, look at me. No, but you got to feel like you matter to someone or some being. If you don't matter to your creator or if you don't matter to your family, I mean, you want to matter, right? Okay, it doesn't mean you have to be egotistical. It does mean you can, if you're really good at something, you can display how good you are at it. It's okay to be recognized for doing great stuff and being good. It's okay to be recognized. It's not okay when you find significance in negative ways. Okay. What about love and connection? Ooh, taboo here. I'll settle for connection because I got hurt last time I loved, right? Without some sort of love. And I mean, in reality, tell the truth. What do you got to do to feel love? You got to give love. Huh? What? What are you talking about, Coach? Nobody loves me. Yeah, well, you got to start loving you. But no, the reality is the way to feel the feeling of love is to give it. If you love a pet, it's not based on them going, oh, I love you, woof, woof, or meow, or whatever, or they're not going to necessarily tell you, okay? But if you love them, you feel love. Same thing with people. If you love someone and you give love, you have a feeling of love. You're already getting love, if that makes sense, right? Then the number 5 is growth. What about growing? What about learning? If we talked about it. If you're not learning, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. There is no neutral. Remember, we talked about there's no neutral. If you put the car in neutral, it's going to roll backwards, okay? There is no staying in one place. You might be there for a second, but if your career, you stop putting your effort in, you're going to start going backwards. Your business, the same way. When you stop putting the effort in or you stop going forward, you're going to go backwards. There is no, oh, I've hit it, I'm going to stay right here static. Okay, even the people that win the lotto will tell you that. Most of them are broke 2 years later. Okay, either that or they've invested it wisely and done and gone really, gotten out there and did something with it and grew it. But if they didn't grow it, it diminishes. So I think you get the picture there, right? And what about contribution? Oh, here's a big one. Well, when I make $1 million, I'll be able to contribute. All right. You're not going to give 100,000 out of 1 million if you won't give a dime out of $1. Hear me loud and clear. When you have $1, if you won't give a dime out of $1, you won't give 100,000 out of 1 million. And you're like, no, 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 coach, I'm telling you, it'd be much easier when I have 1 million. No, develop the habit now. Okay. Giving and contribution is amazing. It doesn't mean you become a doormat or anything else. It just means that you give over and above. And giving isn't always change. Giving is oftentimes a good piece of advice, some encouragement, some love, some compassion, giving somebody a hand up instead of a hand out. There's so many ways to do this stuff, guys. But like I said, those first four, certainty, variety, significance, and love are base primal survival needs. 5 and 6 are of the soul. Okay. Now you need them too, but I'm just saying those are the next level, the growth and the contribution. You don't have to grow to be certain you can pay the bills this week. You might be making enough to pay the bills. Wow, that's great. Isn't that an exciting life? You might be uncertain enough to go, this gives me a little tummy tickle, but are you contributing? Are you having faith? How about significance? You might go, oh, okay, my boss said I did a good job. Or are you out there doing something that, some kid that's watching what you're doing, or somebody who needs help sees you or hears you and changes their life? Wow, how significant would that be? Love, we talked about it. The only thing you need to do to feel love is to give love. Simple. Okay. And love should be, two-way street and everything else. But if you really want to feel love, just give love and you already feel it. And then the growth. Never stop learning. Okay. Never stop learning. Always be learning everything. Abel. Remember Abel? Always be learning everything you can, because in this day and age with people having cognition decline so often, and Alzheimer's and everything else becoming such an issue, if I were you, I'd exercise this thing up here. Grow, learn, yes, and contribution, give above and beyond yourself. That is where the real spiritual side of that comes in. No matter who you call God or how you are, every religion, every spiritual practice practices some kind of giving. Why? Because it's amazing. When you give and you contribute, you automatically realize that you have more than enough. You are abundant. It gives you a feeling of abundance. And there you go again. You might go, I got $1 to my name. You give away 10 cents. Oh my God, your mind and your soul automatically goes, well, I have enough. I have enough that I can share. That gives you a feeling of abundance, which gets you on a roll. Okay? Some things to think about. But wait, there's more. There's a 7th need, and I'm not going to drag you along too long to tell you what it is. It's called balance. What? Balance? I've heard that word before. Yeah, oh my, scary. Because, my life's way out of whack. I work too much, or I do this too much, or, my relationship sucks. I'm going through a divorce, but I'm really good at work. Or I'm really good with my kids, but, my marriage is failing. Or I'm really good at school, but my physical fitness is failing. See, that's not what we want. You don't want the lopsided life. Now, is everything going to be 100% perfectly round on that wheel of life? No. And nor should it be. Sometimes there's in different times where you have more focus on a certain area, as you should. Doesn't mean you let everything else go, however. That's the difference. Okay, you with me on this? I really hope you are, because this is important stuff. Okay, so this is your homework right here. Write this stuff down. Identify how you can best meet your needs in each category. List out the categories. How can you best meet those needs in a positive and useful way? Okay. How can you meet your need for certainty? Okay. It isn't by locking all your doors and hiding in your house and being in lockdowns. That isn't going to give you, that'll give you certainty and it'll drive you crazy. How are you going to meet your need for uncertainty? Well, I don't think I'd go to the bar and get so disgustingly drunk that you don't even remember where you slept last night. Not a good way to get uncertainty. Going on a roller coaster might be fun. Okay. What about significance? What's a good way to get significance? Do something great. Be great. Just be you in a great fashion. What's a bad way of doing it? Going on Facebook and saying you're shooting yoga videos and you're wearing see-through pants. And now I don't care. I don't care what you want to look at. I don't care what you want to show. To be honest with you, I really don't care. People are beautiful. Show off your body, whatever. There's time and a place. However, if that's how you're getting your significance, because you're getting likes, because you're just showing body parts instead of any talent, that's not necessarily a healthy way to get significance. Okay. What about love? Like $50 and a rundown 441 will get you some love. Okay. But is that really love? No. It's some kind of base connection. Yuck. I'm being sarcastic. I'm not telling you to go down 441 and go, no. But I'm just saying, or do you find that when you give love, you already feel love and you find people who appreciate your love around you? Okay, see, that makes more sense, doesn't it? What about growth? What are your ways of getting growth? Well, you can push it to the edge, so you always got a problem. So you got to go out and handle the problem to get the growth. That's one way of doing it. Now, when problems come up, and the cool part about problems is they do create growth. Or you could stimulate your own growth. Hear me here, and go, I'm going to learn this. I am going to challenge this. I am going to plan this, and I am going to take action. You can make your own growth, okay? And contribution. When you give, the more you give, the more it comes back. I don't know how much else to say that. But when you go over and above the call of duty of yourself, it kind of like floods your whole body with this idea that, number one, you're abundant. Number two, you're doing something just because you're doing it out of your kindness of your heart, not looking for significance. You'll get significance during the process, which is okay, even if it's only significance with yourself, okay? Sometimes you go, well, how am I going to be significant? I did this totally anonymous. I just did something, and the person will never know that I helped them or the animal or whatever. And that's a lot of times with wild animals. If somebody helps an injured animal or an animal in need, that animal may or may not remember. Some of them remember you, but they might not even remember tomorrow. They might not even realize you were helping them. They might try to bite you in the process. They might be trapped and injured and you're trying to get them out and they nip you and you go, well, that's an ungrateful creature. No, that they don't know any better. But you know what? At the end of the day, you go, oh my God, I saved that little animal from death or injury. And you just feel good. I mean, you feel abundant. Isn't that not really where it's all at? And then we come right back to the B word, y'all. Okay? Yes, B word. Balance. You've got to balance this out in some way, manner, or fashion. And over the past few weeks, we've done these shows leading up to this, and this is really important. And I'm not talking about the perfect wheel of balance. There's going to be a little, different times, you're going to add more focus in certain areas, but you can't drop the ball. People do this all too often. They have a baby, their marriage starts to decline. Oh my God, how many times have I heard this? Well, I love my kids, but the marriage kind of went sideways when I had kids. We lost that passion. Well, I get it. The sleepless nights and that, it can tend to throw things off, but you might go, okay, my focus is a little more on the kids right now, but you can't lose the focus on the other stuff. What about your career? When your career's going great and you let your body slide, at some point your career is going to suffer because you become unhealthy. These are the things that when you do that little bit of homework I just gave you a few minutes ago, these are the things that are going to resonate with you, and these are the things that are going to pop into your head, and you're going to go, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. So, guys, I'm not going to keep you too long this morning, and girls. That's everybody. Some things, I grew up in the Western New York area. So everybody's you guys. What can you say? But you all know what I mean. That means everyone. So I'm putting in, connect with me at CoachLou.com and catch all my shows at Lou.live. It's just LEW.live. We have some really exciting stuff coming up. I hope today's show really put everything together and resonated with you, because you deserve it. You deserve a balanced, amazing life. None of this BS of, being so out of whack in one area and not in another. No idea what that new button is on there. Updates, y'all. Okay. Have an amazing, amazing day, guys. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. Connect with me over at CoachLou.com and tune into the shows. We have some really great stuff coming up, and I'm absolutely looking forward to working with you guys and meeting with you on a more routine basis. We have some really good stuff coming up, but I'm not letting the cat out of the bag today. All right, guys, see you on the next roundabout. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. This is Coach Lou signing off.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.